Have you ever wondered how far a beam of light travels in a year? Well, that's what we call a light year. It's a term that often sparks confusion, so let's demystify it. Contrary to what you might initially think, a light year isn't a measure of time. It's actually a measure of distance. It's the colossal distance that a beam of light, unobstructed and in a vacuum, can travel in a single year. Now, light is no slouch. It zips along at a cool 300,000 kilometers per second. Yes, you heard right, per second. Now, if you do a little math and multiply that speed by the number of seconds in a year, you'll find that light can travel approximately 9.46 trillion kilometers in a year. So to put it simply, a light year is the ultimate road trip, stretching over 9 trillion kilometers. Now, a trillion kilometers might be a bit hard to wrap your head around. So let's try and bring that down to Earth. Imagine you could drive your car straight up into the sky at a steady speed of 100 kilometers per hour. If you kept going day and night without stopping for a quick snack or a nap, you'd reach the moon in just over 5 months. But we're not stopping at the moon. Oh no, we're going much further than that. To travel 1 light year, you'd need to make that trip to the moon and back nearly 500,000 times. Yes, you heard that right. 500,000 round trips to the moon. Now, if driving up to the moon isn't your style, let's take another approach. Picture a road, a highway that wraps around the Earth. If you started driving on this highway at 100 kilometers per hour, without taking any breaks, it would take you a little over a month to complete 1 full lap around the Earth. But a light year, that's equivalent to driving around the Earth, not once, not twice, but more than 7 million times. To put it in perspective, if you were to drive non-stop at 100 kilometers per hour, it would take you around 1.08 billion years to travel a light year. Now that's a road trip. So we've learned that a light year is not a measure of time, but a colossal distance that light travels in a year. This is a distance so vast that it's almost impossible to comprehend using everyday measurements. Imagine a beam of light zipping through the cosmos at approximately 300,000 kilometers per second. Now, imagine that light continuing on its journey for an entire year. That, my friends, is a light year. We've compared this distance to some everyday analogies to help grasp its enormity. We've talked about the equivalent of driving around the Earth's equator over 7 million times, or taking a round trip to the moon more than 100,000 times. But even these comparisons fall short of truly capturing the magnitude of a light year. In the field of astronomy, the light year is an indispensable tool. It allows us to measure the unfathomable distances between stars, galaxies, and other celestial bodies. It helps us map the universe and our place within it. When we say a galaxy is a billion light years away, we're not only talking about its distance but also its age, since the light we see today began its journey a billion years ago. Next time you gaze up at the stars, remember, you're not just looking into space, but also back in time, as the light you're seeing has traveled many light years to reach your eyes. Now, isn't that a mind-blowing thought?